Okay, my camera froze up on me and the focus stopped working. It was stuck in an unfocused position. You can see I can touch the outside of this wood, not burning. You can see the red hot coals in there and the flame emerging from it. You can see that this wood is unburnt. You can see that this piece of wood is unburnt on this side, and the flames are coming from the bottom side. This whole pile, I can see red hot coals all over in there. Oh, goddamn, this is hot. Holy crap. Okay. This is a plasma fire. You can see all the unburnt spots within the burn area. Over here, you can see the burn area right here and all the unburnt foliage around it. This stick right here, burnt on the tip. That's plasma fire because the electricity comes up and burns only the tip of the branch there and only the tip of the branch there. So that lying there tells me that this is plasma fire. It goes all the way down here and it pretty much follows the fence line right there. But I'm gonna just film some more of this for a minute. The red hot coals under there. The fact that this is burning on the bottom, not the top, shows plasma fire. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll this whole log over. I'm gonna grab that end and roll the whole log over, and you'll see that the bottom side is burning far more than the top side. There's my truck. Here's the burn line. It's hard to see with the glare, but you can see the fractal burn pattern along here. We're gonna go ahead and give this a flip, and you can see that it's far more burnt on the inside. Highly burnt, unburnt, and this whole pile is smoldering. It's pretty hot. Oh, here we go. For some reason, this seems to be the hot spot right here where these pieces join. And I've seen lots of signs. In fact, I was headed to Denver and I saw both signs on the overhead electronic billboard. One said, CMV, commercial vehicles must chain up going over Vale. The other one said, controlled burn, flames and smoke may be visible, do not report. While the whole ground is covered in snow, a skiff, and there's so much snow that going up over Vale, I have to chain up, yet they're doing controlled burns. They put those overhead billboard signs up so that when you see fire, you won't report it. The sheep will go, oh, this must be that controlled burn they were talking about. And so what they do, I think they can monitor the ground current of electricity and know approximately where these potential fires are gonna spring up. When that happens, they can sprinkle the place with snow to try to prevent the fire, because they have that weather modification technology and the ability to detect where and when the ground current's gonna come up. And right now, a CME is hitting the earth. As we speak, coronal mass ejection, solar plasma from the sun, which increases ground current. Fluctuation in the magnetic field creates a surge in ground current, electricity in the ground that comes up. So there was a lot of wood here, but this was not a controlled burn. Those two sticks prove it. The fact that this is so highly burned on the underside, completely unburned on the top side, completely ash on the bottom side, burning red hot within, if I can get it to zoom in there maybe. I'm not sure if you're able to see the red hot or not. What I'm trying to point out is that right there is red hot. There you go, now you can see the red. On the inside. See the red on the inside? It's glowing red in there. Yet unburnt on the outside. Glowing red hot on the inside, unburnt on the outside. This is live plasma fire. I could point out the little details where I notice this stick burnt on the end, not burnt here, also burnt on this end. Ash on this end, and on this end, not burnt here. Same thing. So I could point out the details of what I've discovered over the last couple of years that shows me what's plasma fire. But this is going to become such a common occurrence that I believe I was correct when I said that this year is the year the general public will become aware of plasma fire. And remember when I asked when they're going to attach plasma fire to the disclosure agenda and say the aliens did it? They kind of already started down that road. When Marjorie Taylor Greene came out and said Jewish space lasers are starting the fires in California. Which of course means anyone that now talks about directed energy weapons is an anti-Semite, because you've been listening to those anti-Semitic conspiracy theories, and they put a yarmulke on the space laser so you can no longer talk about it, or the Anti-Defamation League and Southern Poverty Law Center will come and tell you, stop talking about it, or we'll sue you for defamation. Because that idea of a space laser's already been associated with Jews, and for you to even continue talking about it is defamation and will enhance the probability of blah, blah, blah. So she kind of already started in the process of associating these plasma fires with space. But she associated with Jewish space lasers rather than little green men space lasers. I'm gonna grab this stick and stir up that pile so you can see. Let's just show you that spot again. I don't know if we saw that one yet or not, but again, that's the plasma fire evidence. This whole pile is burning red hot coals. It's not really showing it too well. Holy crap. You can see. Anyway, I think I've pretty much already finished proving my point that this is another live plasma fire. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit the road. And since I'm gonna upload this now, I'll just let you know I got another video coming tonight. See how this is starting to light up since I stirred it? Because that whole thing in there is just smoldering red hot. Stir it up, give it a little oxygen. Oh, by the way, Chernobyl! They say that Chernobyl is like the coals in a barbecue pit that are starting to smolder again. That's why. Though nuclear radiation is not what we've been told, because in the case of Chernobyl, Nagasaki and Hiroshima, the plants and animals are thriving in the places where they said nothing would grow for 10 million years because nuclear radiation. So nuclear radiation isn't what they tell us. In all three of those incidents, there was not the effects that they claim happened from radiation. Same could be true with Fukushima. They tell us a third of the ocean is now dead. How come it didn't seem to act that way around Hiroshima, Nagasaki, and Chernobyl? How come those places came back no problem, just like any other bombed out or fire place where there was bombs and fires dropped? So, at Chernobyl, I'm gonna include this in my video later tonight, and a recommendation of a channel called Best Damn Podcast. He's the kind of guy that's in my kind of petri dish. think I had a couple other things I was going to mention while we're sitting here filming live plasma fire, but that's a good shot. I think we already looked at that, but you can see how it's ash on the underside, unburnt on the top side. Pretty sure I already showed you this, but the camera stopped working once, so let's do this one more time. Unburnt. Ash all the way down. That means the burn, source of burn, is coming up from the ground because the bottom side is burning and the top side is not. Likewise with the rest of these. Yeah. That one doesn't quite show it as well. Bottom line is this is plasma fire. Believe it or not, if you need more proof, that's fine. But yeah, that's a wrap. That's curtains. At least we stole the show. Links in the description. Okay, before I fade out here, see how green this grass is? And the burn trail even comes out right here. A little bit right here, a little bit right there. I've already proven beyond any shadow of a doubt that I know this is plasma fire. But for the purposes of collecting a little more evidence for future analysis, we have green coming right up out of the middle of the burn. Here, here, here. I've shown plenty other instances where the inside of the bush burns and the outside doesn't. Here's another prime example of plasma fire evidence. When it was all stuck together, the end was burned and the sides were not. So I gotta hit the road. There might be another one right down the road that I need to jump out and film also. You can see the intermittent burn pattern, the unburned area within a burned area, and it produces this all the way down. Something like a fractal burn pattern that is produced with the Lichtenberg burning technique, where electricity is applied to wood and it creates a fractal burn pattern like what's here on the ground. And the spots that don't burn are typically the high spots, where there's a little mound. It'll be unburned like that. Because the water, the electricity flows like water, and the high spots stay dry because they're up above the water level. And that's one of the things that it tends to do, is leave the high spots unburned like that. I can't really see it right here in this pattern. All the unburned spots seem to be more random. But the fact that there is all these unburned spots proves, just from another angle, this ain't the kind of fire that we're used to. And it's occurred to me, maybe I should contact the fire department and start helping them with their training and development. For instance, there was a news broadcast that showed 2 college students developed a device using extremely low frequency to put out fires. And when I watched them do this, they put a speaker up to the fire and it made extremely low frequency that you can't really hear, and the fire went out. And I thought, well, what good is that? Why don't we just spray it with some, you know, whatever, the typical traditional fire extinguisher? Again, all the unburned. The reason for being able to use that type of extremely low frequency technology to put out fires could be useful in this type of situation, where you can literally direct your fire extinguisher from a satellite. Just showing you all the unburned spots that proves this ain't regular fire. And I'll probably grab a couple more sticks to show you the burn pattern on these sticks. Oh, we got more over here. We got more over here. So, look how far the other one is away. Clear over there is where that one's still smoldering. Right here, we have this stick smoldering with the unburned spot here burned on that end and burned right there. Fire don't do that. Okay, look at the end here. What do we got smoldering down here? Is it just like a cow patty? What the hell is this? Maybe I ought to get it. Maybe I'll knock it into the river. The river is right there, or a canal, whatever it is. Oh, by the way, water often seems to draw the fire, like it's a conductor of electricity. So oftentimes I've noticed where there's plasma fire, there's a body of water nearby. I can see that stick smoking down there, but I probably just knocked it down. All right. Carried my torch with me. Just call me Prometheus. Let's go on down here, see if we can find any more smolderage. But again, notice all the unburned? That's the fractal burn pattern, like Lichtenberg burning technique. Notice how the burn line stops. If I can even see, because the glare. Burn line stops right here at places where there's still more foliage to be burned, like right here. Because this is a high spot and the water flows and stops right there. Why didn't it keep on burning and go on down into all this dry stuff? Because it's plasma fire. This area here looks a little different than the rest. You can see the texture of this area from right here, this line right here, up around there, back around over. And the unburned spots all over. So it looks like we're about reaching the end. It looks like down here by that orange post, right about here is where the burn area stops. Right back there, I'm not sure if you can see them, but now there's two piles of smoke coming up, the one that I stirred up and the other one that I stirred up. Hold the phones. I said the burn line stops right here. Down here, it went clear down into the reeds and started burning the reeds. Oh man, the glare is not helping. Clear out here in the water. Neither is the focus. The glare is too bad. I just can't see anything looking from that angle. Hopefully you guys are being able to see that these reeds are burned. There's a burn line right here that goes down, burns some of the reeds, some that are even sticking right up out of the water. Here, let's check out this one. You can see the tip of this one is burnt. You can see the burn right here on this one. But it's not burned from the bottom all the way up. It just started burning right there, up to right here. And it only burned the inside. You can see the outside is still unburned here, but just beneath that surface, oop, you can see that burn line right there. If my shadows would help. Cooperate, shadows. So anyway, yeah, it burned right down here into the reeds. But again, as you can see, not burnt on the bottom. Come up a little ways and it starts burning right there, up. So this is kind of a first. Oh, here we go. Check this one out. Burnt on this side, unburnt on this side. Unburnt here, highly burnt on that side. I'll knock off some of the ash so you can see that that's really burnt. Burnt reeds. So yeah, this is kind of a new element that I've never really seen before. I'm looking for one that's sticking right up out of the water. I know I'm gonna find one. I guess it really don't matter. But let me just jump down here and show you that all these are, whoa, I almost ended up in the water. That all these are burned. I'm not sure how well you can see. You'll just have to take my word for it on some of this, because it's not really focusing very well. Maybe if I look at it from the other angle. There we go, you can see it a little better there. All those black reeds are burnt. And these are what they looked like earlier today. And you can see the fire line starts right here and it leaves an unburned strip right on the top, but it burns from there down and from here down. Okay. The other thing to notice is all these unburned foliage along the fence. Yet it's burned on the ground, both sides of the fence. Let's look that way. And hopefully I can see it. There you go. Right along the fence, all these unburned weeds with everything on both sides and even directly below, burned. Fire don't do that. Again, all the unburned spots all the way down. Fire don't do that. So let's go check these smoldering piles out one more time, and I got a split. Oh, there's my torch I dropped. I should have taken it with me. But again, notice it's burning on this end. Flip it around. Burning on this end, unburnt here. No flaming cow patties on this one. I'm disappointed. Go check out that last one for a sec. See if I spot anything else cool. Oh, more reeds. So it's unburnt here, and right here it jumped down in there again and started burning these reeds right along the water line. I'll turn around so you can see it from the other direction. And more burnt reeds right up to about here. At this point, I'm still zoomed out. At this point, it burned from there, but it left this side completely unburned. There's no burned reeds along there. So right here, the fire jumped down in and found its way down in there. But along the rest of this, you can see it did not burn down in there at all. It stops right here. So there was a lot of wood there turned to ash. But as you can see, when I say these are flameless forest fires, for the most part they are. That's why they put off 10 times the amount of smoke. I believe a lot of it does not even combust. I've shown where one branch is completely burned and the branch right above it would be burned if that thing was thrown off any flames. Therefore, it smolders from within and does not combust. My last live plasma fire, my first live plasma fire video, showed a small stump on the ground, and I say, see this branch red hot, that branch red hot, the top unburned. This shows how the electricity goes up and through this branch and through that branch, but leaves the rest of the stump unburned. And this is explaining and showing how I'm able to grab these tree stumps that have holes in them where the branches used to protrude out from the tree stump, and it burned that tree branch right back down in. So the electricity doesn't fill up the whole tree, it goes up through the veins of individual branches, leaving the core wood, burning the core wood, leaving the outer hardwood. And so, on that first live plasma fire video, I just kind of real quickly said, see, that one's red hot, that's unburned, and I moved on. That was probably the highlight of that plasma fire video. Unburned, ash, inside, red hot. See how much more ashy that one is along the bottom than it was along the top before I flipped it? Nah, it's pretty burnt on both sides. Maybe this one gave. I'm pretty sure I already covered this. Unburnt on that side, ash all along the bottom side. Plasma fire, I'm out.